Hello, Mithril here once again, getting back to Secret of Evermore, and as we last left off, we were tasked with finding some parts for this rocket. In order to find them, we have to go back through both Prehistoria and Antiqua, so it's time to be on our way. And we have a new flying machine to help us out, the Windwalker. This particular part of the game, though, it has a lot of glitches in it, apparently. Things I didn't know about. First and foremost, what not to do with your Windwalker. So, piloting the Windwalker is much the same as flying around on Flammy in Secret of Mana. You can raise yourself, lower yourself, you can use the shoulder buttons to get an overhead view. You can also hit start to have this nice little mini-map. Fortunately for those who remember how much trouble I had finding my way with Flammy, the world of Evermore is a lot more self-contained. But there is something that can go very wrong. Up in the northeast corner, you can actually land this thing, even though there's only water below you. It can be a bit finicky. But if you manage it, you end up back in Tinker's lab without the Windwalker. So, unless you have the rocket parts already before you manage to do this, you're done. Yeah. So that didn't happen. Alright, so with that silliness out of the way, let's do what we're actually supposed to do. I think I just noticed that if you manage to lose the Windwalker, the fire pits all go out as well. That's kind of funny. So, yeah, now that we have the Windwalker, we need to go back to Prehistoria. Looking down, you can see little glowing spaces representing the fire pits, so we need to land on this one close to Fire Eyes' village. That's what these were the whole time. And, yes, your dog goes back to whatever the regional variant was. So, we have Prehistoric Doggo again. Which really has the best reaction face. Also, now we just shred everything, pretty much. Which, hey, this is good for getting some experience on the axe. Come on, Mike. Let's go talk to Fire Eyes. Hi, Joel. You look like you've been through a lot. That's for sure. Strongheart told me that he saw you riding on the back of a giant bird. Actually, it's a flying machine. My friend Tinker Tinderbox made it. You know of other people in this world? Yeah. And two of them are from Podunk, Horace and Camellia. Interesting. I know them. They were part of the experiment. The only one that's not accounted for is my grandfather. I wonder where he could be. I think he might be in some sort of strange space station. And Tinker's going to help me and Mike get there. That might be our only way to get back to Podunk. Now we're on a mission to find items that Tinker needs in order to send us into space. Two of the items are part of a big machine that was at the heart of the volcano. When the volcano blew, most of the debris landed on the slope and in the Bugmuck. Those would be good places for you to search. Thanks for the advice. By the way, when you were in that experiment, was anybody else there besides you, Horace, Camellia, and your grandfather? Because someone is causing a lot of trouble around here. And that person might have had something to do with the experiment. That's an interesting theory. But no one else was there. No one except for the butler. But he was just a robot, programmed to clean the house and serve guests. Well, we're going to get to the bottom of this when we get to the space station. Good luck. Let me know if you find a passage back to Podunk. I miss the place. So we've found out some things. We need to go check out the Bugmuck and the volcano slope. But also, there was somebody else present at the experiment. There is also something else that we need to do while we're here revisiting this area. And that is, we need to go visit Strongheart. And cut down a few angry weeds along the way. Yeah, you can't do anything to me now. Insect incense, baby! Joel, what a pleasant surprise. I heard about your adventures in the volcano. Good job. I took another trip to the Bugmuck after the volcano blew. Some of the debris from the volcano landed there. While I was there, I got the ingredients for a new formula. It'll cure you from your ills and recover some of your health. I call it the Miracle Cure. The formula requires 2 parts root and 1 part vinegar. So, for all intents and purposes, this replaces Basic Cure. It does the same thing as Cure, but also heals you a little bit. Only a low amount at early levels, but it does pick up after a while. Problem is, we don't have many talons anymore. Other reason it's good for us to go ahead and fight some monsters along the way. I forget if there's anywhere that you can exchange 4 talons. It's one of those things that, aside from coming here for some alchemy reagents occasionally, it doesn't really come up all that much. You've probably bought everything you really want to by now from this area, or even better stuff from later areas. But with that done, it's time to head for the Bugmuck. Wow, even hits when I'm exhausted are enough to take these things out. Lovely. Not these always, though. Unfortunately, we can't use our shortcut to get deeper into the Bugmuck. We have to go the old-fashioned way. I mean, technically we can use the shortcut, we just can't quite get where we need to go. And I didn't mean to go here. Though I am curious, this is an item shop, so I just want to see if you actually can exchange back the talons. Yeah, I guess you can. Okay. Don't really need to, but nice to know that you can do so. Learning things on camera. So as usual, just be mindful of the sand pits. They're everywhere. And into the Bugmuck with us. Yeah, these guys can't do much of anything to us anymore. And that's delightful. It's one of those things that gives you a sense of just how much you've grown in power over the time of your adventure. So we have to go through here again, and unfortunately the way we took, it's not marked anymore. All the things we broke over time, they've healed up again. So it's a matter of remembering exactly what the way was to get out of here. And I think I went the wrong way. I'm at least relatively sure it does start by going this way. Not that way, though. What can I say? It's been a while since we've gone through here, and we've had to go through countless other mazes along the way. But there we go. Remembering your way through a crumbling maze aside, at the very least getting past all the enemies here is a lot less of a hassle. And they went and gave us a pallet swap boss in the exact same place that the original was. And this thing's name is a mouthful. Choleoptera. You pretty much fight him the same way that you did Thrax. Just has different spells it can use on you. But you can either go the method of hacking your way through the ribcage and attacking the heart directly, which I believe it does still have the whole thing about physical attacks wearing down its defense after a while. Or you can just attack the different pieces of it. Don't underestimate the damage it can do, though. However, you might notice one rather nice thing about this fight. He doesn't summon a mook squad, so you don't have to worry about that getting in the way. Other than that, pretty much he's just an HP wall of a boss. And he can do that. Otherwise, though, this is pretty much the same fight we did with Thrax. I don't think Choleoptera can do over 100 damage with any of its attacks, at least not to us right now, but just to be on the safe side. Well, aren't you clever, waiting until after the casting was done to hit us? Funny thing is, sometimes it just seems like you can just brute force your way through the ribcage by just constantly walking against it. No attacking necessary. Makes this a pretty straightforward fight. Okay, you can actually do over 100 with that. Good to know. Not quite enough that I would have had to worry earlier. I still had enough HP to survive it, but I thought I was safer than that. Flash didn't do that much earlier either. Maybe Choleoptera does more damage with its attacks the closer to death it is. Which at this this point we have to be getting fairly close. That seems to just do a flat 70, though. And there we go. Thanks to a nice double attack from our doggo. Good boy. The best boy. When this is all over, Mike's getting all the biscuits. So with that, we found a wheel. And we're also done with the Bugmuck. So then we need to go check out the volcano. Which thankfully isn't quite as involved a thing. Wonder how close my axe is. Let's check it out. 190, not bad. Night Basher is level 2. So, time to take flight. A very short flight, though, because there's also a fire pit near the volcano itself. And the dog statue made it all the way over here. Hi there. I didn't mean to get on the Windwalker again. Okay, time for an even shorter flight. This is why confirmation screens can be a good thing. Do you want to board the Windwalker? Yes, no. So we need to make our way up the volcano once again. I did not miss you guys. So now that we've made our way to the top of the volcano, we need to go up these again. Basically, we need to take the same path that we did to find the alchemist that taught us the levitate formula. So, up we go. Oh dear. Well, I hope the alchemist got out of there. Thankfully, we're not landing there. Instead, we land over here, and we can finally open this gourd that was driving me crazy since the beginning of the game. And we get a gauge. Here's where an odd bit of a glitch can happen. I believe, as I was told, if you come here first, get the gauge, take that to Tinker, then come back here, you can get a second gauge, which actually counts as another part. So, I want to say you can maybe skip Choleoptera if you want? Although I've also heard that it's very easy to glitch this part of the game to where you don't get enough parts to actually rebuild the rocket. It's been so strange learning all of the glitches in this game and realizing I did beat it as a kid, so somehow I didn't run afoul of any of it. Like, at this point I do vaguely remember I did have the strategy guide for this game, but I don't think it would have come right out and admitted, oh yeah, by the way, there's a glitch here to avoid at all costs. With that, though, we are done revisiting Prehistoria. One last little plant bite to send us on our way.